Joining me namhlanje is a gentleman who lets his music do the talking. Lalela, this guy is probably one of those guys at Gagasi, you know, who was super sociable, super relatable, like partied with everyone, you know, did stuff with other people, Kotwa still managed to pass with distinctions. Please help me welcome Gaba Cannal. Gaba, ukran put.
Mr. Njinga Mpanza.
Ngishap kakhulu, usibonge kakhulu for your time. We really appreciate it, bud.
Yeah, thanks for having me, my team. Thank you.
Showcase. Is my assessment correct? Were you that guy in school that, like, you know, partied and, like, you know, was sociable, but then came exam time, you got like 96, like, hey, I failed?
Bengaphathi nokuphatha keshe mina ubumnandi ngibazi manje mase ngimdala.
I showcase Ibafo. But one thing that you have been doing since Iskele Fetu is making music, you know, quality music that is. I know, Guti, I think you started at what, age 14?
Yeah.
So before I get to my next question, Fetu, how at age 14 are you thinking of making music when other kids are playing soccer, other kids, you know, are having fun, you're out here making music? So how did that experience come to be? How did God choose you for this journey?
I think for me now, you know, during that time, Gagasi, I'm big to me, I'm a hip hop, you know, I'm a production software, and obviously, you know, Kulenti, where everyone is just into music, you know, from Uma Kreza, Uma Tala, my brother, my sisters, it just happened, Belise university by that time. So things like production softwares were accessible, and then when I would visit them, the Rangnis and stuff like that. So, mina ngumuntu velo zithandela indlu, ne room, so when they would take into the PC and then software, and that's how everything happened.
Okay, so I'm just trying to piece it together. So what kind of music was Ukoko listening to, Madala, all the people you mentioned? Like what different types of music were they into?
Everyone used to listen to everything, you know. I had Uma Greza, Amamela Gospel, Uma Tala Jazz, my sister R&B, my other brother hip hop, the other one reggae. So, you know, Young Kenjele just got into me and influenced me in a different and good way.
Man, you even got reggae in your palette. That's crazy, fam.
Yeah,
So as I've said, Fetu, you've been making quality music, Fetu. You just explained, Uguti, you've got a thorough background, you know, when it comes to music. And obviously now we're going to include the piano. So on top of that, you've made a whole lot of music with a whole lot of people in the industry. So I just want to put you on the spot real quick and ask you, which three artists have been your personal favorite to work with? And what's the reason for picking Labos of Aketa, right? It doesn't necessarily have to be, Uguti, no, this person can sing really well. Maybe they're always on time. You know, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. I think for me, bro, I always want to work with someone I can connect with, you know. And most of the time, Guba Bakuman, you know, bro. I think for me, number one would be Uzano, you know,
Zano, shout out, bro.
Yeah. And funny enough, we've never been in studio together. You know, it's always been a thing, you know, which we exchange on a project and all of that, you know. Number two would be, let me see. There's a lot, but for me, number one has to be Zano, you know, and obviously producers, some of them will people have been from Randfontein. Number three would be Candy Beats, who's also a pianist too, you know. So anyone that I connect with, you know, that's why I always say when I'm performing a feature, with our features, no, as long as we connect and understand each other, musically and personally, then we're good.
So very quickly, how does the conversation go when you don't connect? Let's say you don't connect with me and I'm like, hey, Gaba, let's do this thing. So how would you respond to me?
It was Pumela response. I don't know how, but this was Pumela. And luckily, I've never had that situation, which is good 3K studio man, there's cutting and stuff like that, you know. I read the energy from far, you know, from our chat and stuff like that, you know. Bangos, would have you ever had a bad session? I've never, bro. I've never had a bad session in my studio. It's always a vibe, and we just connect.
Word, man.
Yeah.
I tell you what, dog. Your code, right, for making music has obviously served you well. I mean, you started your own record label, Gaba Cannal Music, at age 18. You're still here. You're still doing it. And on top of that, because we know that the music industry, my finances, the income, it comes and goes, and we've seen a lot of different artists, struggle in that aspect, So I just want to know, as someone who's been sustaining their own business in the music industry since 18, how have you managed to sustain your lifestyle in the industry financially?
I think, bro, one thing for sure, which most artists struggle with, the pressure, I think most of the time you should understand this is a hustle, You make some, you lose some, but at some point, just sustain your lifestyle according to your own budget and stuff, We've got a lot of well-known artists, which can afford certain things, which is fun with that, but just don't pressure yourself, I've been doing this for the longest time, and one thing I did when I got my first biggest paycheck, I remember from South Africa, I left home, I went to town, and just imagine from Muklalekasi to renting a monthly payment to Irtal, that's growth, isn't Njalo. Understand with each and every month, Melawenze so isn't Njalo Ziyatiza, just don't pressure yourself, make sure you align izinto with your lifestyle gahle, and then you'll be good.
And this is before you even get a manager to help you with finances. This is just you, ne?
Exactly. But I always had, very, very good people by my side, my team and all of them. There are people about advisor, one thing for sure, Melutolabantu, abazokwazi ukukhuluma isense kuwe, surround yourself with people abazokutshela ukuthi no way flopper, bro. Yeah, you're doing wow and stuff like that. Mina, I've had those people since day one. Even now, I still ride with those people.
Man, the more you talk, the more I realize music is like it chose you. So you've got like a showcase. You got a 5-track EP out now. It's titled Agape. Am I saying that correctly, or is it Agape?
Agape, yeah.
Agape, I knew it. So what does Agape mean, man? And I also heard, Uguti, you are using your art, particularly with this project, to sort of heal, right? I mean, we know that the arts can also have a healing element. Disturbed. I mean, we hit rock bottom as this out there. It's crazy. So how true is it, Uguti, you're using your art to heal? And please expand on this. So it's the name of the project, what it means, and please expand on how you want to heal using your art.
Agape Malpelele is agape love, which is unconditional love, godly love, love beyond man, So I think for me now, bro, I always say I don't plan these things, I think even mangene studio, I don't plan my sessions. And it's okay, manje, ngifuna ukwenza into ezoheal abantu, ngifuna ukwenza into ezoba bit emotional, It's in me, like I said, with the influence of all these genres, they've just groomed a different vibe towards my musical experience, And I think I've learned when I go in studio, let me just flow, I think personally, I studio which is not soulful and which doesn't heal a certain person, So, like I said, the EP Unconditional Love, I mostly sit down with the guys and then I'm a title, but it's something that happens on a random day, the way it is, I don't force it, I don't crack my head, it's just pure God-given talent.
Showcase it, dog, and I can respect that, man. So what does agape love mean? I mean, what language is it?
It's English, agape love.
Hey. I should say this Gagasi dog, eh? Oh, hidden shandises kwi Bible taki bafu. All right, man. So one of the songs on Agape Love, man, is literally about healing. One of my personal favorite songs. I mean, anyone who's ever listened to this show knows how much I love this song. Heal Yoyam. Shout out to Russell Zuma. Jeez, that guy sings like wow, dude, it's weird. And also, man, big ups to George Leslie. So, what was the vibe? Were you guys in studio together? Noma, was it like sending each other music back and forth? And I just want to know who wrote the song, you know? And like, was it something Klapeni communicated? Okay, so Kulmangale Shandi. So Noma, like you said, it flowed.
Yeah, I think I remember George Angit is part of Artwork Sound. I think there was a gig they did at David Tony, and then I got booked by who's this guy, Utastino, you know, to come and play. And then that's where I met the guys, about George Leslie, Nabo Soltronic. And then we connected, man. And then the next thing, I think around December last year, they gave me a song to remix Red Brick City, you know. And then they liked the vibe, and then we started exchanging files and stuff like that. And then in one of those zip files they sent, there was info Laga Russell Zuma, you know. And then I jumped on it, and I think it took me like 3 hours to create the vibe you're calling. But it took like weeks because we were vibed to it, you know. And yeah, man, I think I first met Russell Nami in a music video, you know. But yeah, man, that's how the magic came out, man. Russell wrote the song, and sent it to George. George sent it to me, and then the rest is history.
The rest is history, fethu. Cela umtshele fethu Russell ukuthi ayingacule ngathi unenkinga fethu. No. That guy sings so he sings really well, dude. But I also heard you ukuthi you've got another single out, I think, with Ubanu Ukuka.
Wani?
Siyabonga kakhulu Gaba Cannal for your time, Bafo. I really appreciate your time, man. I've been a fan of your music for a minute now, and this is a blessing. Shout out to Oba King as well for hooking this interview up. And look, whenever you drop something, you know you got a family like we Gagasi FM, Bafo.
Bro. I think the song of Kulumanga is in Indaba Zabantu with Xavi and team, yeah.
Don't judge me, man.
Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Thank you, Gaba Cannal.
Thank you, Buffalo.
Thank you.
Sure.
Number 8.